in 1994, we lost two FBI agents while working on a Washington, D.C. task force. I believe there's been a third agent killed in Washington, D.C. in the past. So the FBI has always had a presence in Washington, D.C. and has always worked closely with Washington PD. But you're absolutely right, or Metropolitan Police, I'm sorry, but you're absolutely right. There is a difference here. Washington is what the District of Columbia is what you would call a federal enclave, not a state, which means the federal government really has control over it. Congress can overrule any of their laws. So it's a different place than, say, Illinois or something like that.
So if this is successful there, from Donald Trump's point of view, and this is seen as a good example, that might be part of his narrative to do it in other cities, but it's not really comparable, is it?
No. It really isn't even a good parallel. It's not a good experiment if you want to see if it would work in other cities. Because I can remember I was stationed in Utah in the Pacific Northwest for a while. In those states, I, as an FBI agent, had complete law enforcement authority. I could arrest for drunk driving, although the FBI would have been unhappy with me if I had done that. In California, where I last served, I'm not a post-certified police officer as I am in other states. So it's not the same. You can't just say the feds can come in and start patrolling the streets. The other thing is policemen and FBI agents are different.
Yeah. What did you make of their response there? They seem quite baffled, but it's going to have a huge impact, isn't it? I mean, what happens to the police chief, for example?
This is uncharted territory right here. I think you bring the police chief in. If you do this wisely, you bring the police chief in and you have that person as an integral part of this plan. See, here's the difference. I said that FBI agents were different than police officers. The officers and the police and people like the chief, who probably worked their way up through the department, they know the city, they know the streets, they have a lot of street sense and things we would call tribal knowledge. For the FBI agents to come in, if you get a bunch of FBI agents, they can take down an international terrorist organization or a multinational crime, but they are not patrol officers in the city of Washington, D.C. So for agents to operate effectively and safely in Washington, D.C., they're going to very much need to work closely and collaboratively with the police department. And so if they go in, I can't imagine a smart FBI agent going in there and alienating the people that they're going to be working with.
It was interesting. There was an admission, wasn't there? We've been talking a bit about how crime numbers over the last couple of years have been coming down in D.C., but the mayor did say, there have been problems, and this might be shaped by Trump's experience during COVID, because she did talk about there being a challenging time after COVID and a spike in crime, and they have tried to overcome that. And she obviously believed that she has overcome that, but that, she's admitting there that there has been a problem in the past. So maybe that's an argument for Donald Trump to go ahead with this.
Well, I really have to say that I was impressed by the mayor and the police chief's measured response to something that can be so inflammatory. I mean, police departments and cities tend to be very insular and very proud of what they have. And for somebody to come in and say that we're taking over, or at least we're going to come in and help you, that's a very big issue for them. So I thought it was a very measured response, first of all. Secondarily, though, there's been 185 murders in Washington, D.C. this year. There's been 225 days in this year. So what I'm seeing is a murder almost, 80.8 of a murder every day, if those figures are correct. And so you can say that the numbers are going down, and I'm certainly not going to dispute that. But at a certain point, you get used to numbers that would be ridiculous in any other city. And so having a murder every other night or something like that, you can't say that that's sustainable. And so I think the mayor was accepting that the numbers, while coming down, are still unacceptably high.
Yeah. Steve, thank you. It's going to be fascinating to see how all this works and whether or not it does expand to other cities. Really